get this ready. Live. Hello, Lee. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Let me turn that down. How you doing, Lee? How is everyone? Let me know how your weekend's gone. Hope it's been a good one. And then yeah. And then for those who are new to the live, what we tend to do is have a quick catch up, see how everyone is. Then from there, we'll mark up the charts, come up with a plan going into next week. And yeah, just answer questions throughout. Good, thanks at working. I work today, non-stop. Even Max, hello, hello, hello. Hello, Paul. Hello, Andy Munn. Hello, hello, hello. Been working through your courses. Nice, Andy. Very, very nice. Hello, handsome. Nice short haircut. Don't you bring up that video? I mean, Jay. I needed a haircut, by the way. It's been a bit too long. But Jay, where do I start? I don't know what to critique first. The dance moves or the glasses. For those who didn't see, I recommend every single person in here and who watches this live in the future, you go to now it's Monday for me, but you go to Sunday the 9th of November in the Telegram group. Yes, Sunday the 9th of November. And you scroll through the group until you see a video of an absolute muppet dancing. That is Jay. I might hope you well. Do you pay that haircut at the butcher's? Look, I needed my hair short. So I just said, brother, get rid of it, brother. And my barber's called Allah, the goat. And yeah, he went to town. I'll tell you what, in barbers here, they do craziness. Like, you get everything done. It's weird seeing, sat getting your hair done, and then there's a grown man getting like a pedicure next to you. Like, it's strange. It's very strange. Evening, hello Colin, hello D. No. At the bar, bought like 24 Jaeger bombs. Oh no, Jay. For those who are new and don't know Jay, by the way, he's been with us for a long time. Absolutely crushing trading right now. Made over $36,000 last month. And he's now part of the support team we have inside the group. So as much as he's a wally, he's absolutely crushing it and an amazing guy. But my God, his dance moves need work. What was it? Oh, Jay, I had to bring it up, man. That's too funny. Hello, Neil. What's up, Neil? I got a booth and bought like 24 Jaeger bombs for me, Jody, and my girl and their friends, lol. You were the sugar daddy for the night, Jay. That's what it sounds like. Nothing wrong with that. And well done for, taking them out. It seems like they had a really nice night. And then happy birthday to Jody as well. Shout out to Jody. Hello, Rob. Evening, all. Whereabouts are you from, Coles? You sound neat and / Coventry. I'm not far from Coventry, Ben. So I live just outside of Birmingham, a place called Redditch. It's quite big. A lot of people tend to know. It seems like a lot of people go through there for work and stuff. Sugar daddy. Always, we make all the money for a reason. True. Make money for a reason. It's me, Gustus. Oh, hello, Gustus. Hello. First time here. Well, nice to have you. Who's that? Louise. It's on the white background, so it's hard to see names. Hello, Alan. How much did you see a message I sent on Friday and today. Which account did you send it on, Alan? Because currently, like, both accounts are very, very, very full of messages because of the announcement in the private group, and then just this past week, like, the amount of people wanting to join has just exploded the past, like, especially 2-3 days. And then with VT maintenance as well, there's just been, like, an incredible amount of questions. So, like, I'm replying, like, unread messages on, like, whatever it is. I reply for, like, 45 minutes straight. My thumbs start hurting. And then the messages have gone up. And I'm like, oh, okay. This is going to be a fun weekend. Everybody don't scroll up on the public group. There's some weird AI video of me. It's not real. That's one thing, though. Nowadays, you can just blame everything on an AI video because, like, they're so like realistic. It's insane. Good evening, everyone. Hello, Brandon. Hello, hello, hello. Brandon's cooking something up for next week as well. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Hi, first time here. Looking forward to learn and make money. Can't wait. Nikki. Hello, Nikki. Hello, hello, hello. Well, good to have you here, mate. If you've got any questions throughout the live, just drop a message in, or you've got any questions regarding trading in general, can be really basic or really advanced, or you've got any questions regarding crypto, anything I'm doing at the chart, just let me know and I'll happily answer it. It's AI, trust me. It is not AI. That is the most real video I've ever seen. Hello, Katie. Okay, Alan, yeah. When are you here till? When are you here till, Alan? What day are you here till? I've sent you a little something. I did go and meet. I went and met Christopher the other day as well. Remember who's here? I sent you a little something as well, Max. Let me know your thoughts when you can. Yeah, Brandon, I saw the video you sent like just before I went live, so I'll take a look after this. I look forward to it. Wait, boys had a trim. I have, and the weirdest thing. So I said earlier about the barbers, they do some crazy stuff here. He started like doing some like electrical thing like on my face. Like it was this. I don't even know how to describe it. It was like a coil, and it like zapped my face. I don't even know. I don't know how to describe it. Brother was doing some weird things. Next Wednesday, 12th of November. Okay, Alan. I'll message you after this and we'll sort something out, Alan. Definitely want to meet up, go grab a coffee or something. Okay, Benjamin. Yeah, so for those who are new, what we tend to do is have a quick catch up, just see how everyone is. It's nice to just have a bit of a catch up before we get into the technicals, especially on a Sunday, see how everyone's weekends have been. And then in a few minutes we'll get into the charts. We'll start off on gold. Was it? I think I was on this chart. We'll start off on gold and then we'll work our way up. So the last level that was given was absolutely spot on Friday, which was really nice. So yeah, we'll see. Okay. Brandon, that's why my bird was fuming because we were. What is going on? Right, thanks, Max. No problem, Alan. I look forward to meeting you as well, Alan. Should be good. Getting excited about next week. Yeah, it should be a really good week, and then looking forward to kicking off the challenge that we've put in the group. This is something completely new that I've never seen any other group do. Nothing that comes close. And so the first time we'll see where people struggle, where people do well, what particular resources people utilize the best, and then we'll sort of build on it. And yeah, like, I think these sort of challenges, things that me and the educators see as just like, okay, when members do this, they improve. Those particular things, putting those in challenges and incentivizing you to do them, okay, it's a win-win. Okay, we want to incentivize you. We want you to, achieve your goals in trading and scale up and make serious money in trading. So putting those things in little challenges and really emphasizing them is I think a really, really, really good idea. Especially if it's things where we're like, okay, when members do this, they improve. So like super objective things. And a message you got from Max, me, Brandon, Greg, Leon, going to be busy. Yeah, Jay, you're going to be busy. I don't know how many people have like fully gone through yet, but a lot. I don't know the exact number of how many yet though. But it should be good. But having gone through it now, answered a lot of questions on it, and a lot of people are really looking forward to it, we've come up with ways to make it even better already. So like for example the clipping stuff, like with a lot of things we do, my approach to a lot of things is it's exactly like I've said before. Whenever someone asks me, okay Max, how do I do this particular thing, how do I do fibs, for example, I'll explain it a bit, but then I say the best thing to do is to just do it. Do what you can do, okay? So I always give the analogy of, it's like a runner starting a marathon, okay? They're not thinking about every single hill and every single corner and what they're going to do, blah, blah, blah. They're not thinking about that, okay? They're thinking about just starting the race, okay? So what can they do? They can put on their shoes, they can get on that finish line, and they can start the race, okay? Focus on what you can do right now, and that's something that I actively do. So with the challenge, I was like, okay, I want to really, really, really incentivize like this risk management. I've seen it works. Me and the educators know it works. So how do we do that? Okay, boom, 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 boom. This looks really good. Let's just do it, and then we'll optimize and make it smoother for you guys as we go. But yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I found an interesting Bitcoin level on Friday, trying to learn for holdings and going along with it. Trying to trust the process. Nice. Is that a higher time frame level, mate? Like looking to hold the position long term? Max, I don't know how to trade yet, so only follow signals. Would it still be worth me doing the challenge or no point? I think, Thomas, regardless of if you're following signals or you're trading on your own, whatever, risk management still comes into play, so it will still help you. And then one thing which I've spoken about but hasn't got the limelight is the personalized report at the end. Again, whichever educator you choose, this is one of the parts of it. Whichever educator you choose, they'll sort of sit down with me and the other educators, explain to us like more about you. We'll get you like to fill in like a little questionnaire and stuff like this, and we'll basically come up with a custom plan for you and the next leg of your journey, and that is invaluable. Okay, that's really, really, really valuable. So that's what we're looking to do. Found previous low on 4 hour. What makes you, so is it just previous low, or is it like previous low and what else? Is there more confluence with that level, or? Okay, absolutely brilliant, nice. What, I don't know, someone's trying to shill XRP. This is the wrong chat to shill XRP in, because I don't like XRP. So yeah, we won't go into that, but yeah. But let's go into the charts. So currently on the 15-minute, gonna jump up time frame a bit to the 30-minute. How can I get ready for the challenge? So Andy, if you drop me a message, we'll get you sorted through that. And then just drop me any questions you've got, and we'll get you sorted. We'll get everyone sorted for the challenge on Tuesday. The reason I got it to start on Tuesday, and I'm not just like getting everyone ready to start the challenge and just like doing it really quickly, is because I want to take time, make sure everyone's set up properly, make sure everyone understands how it works, understands like everything about it. But we'll 100% have every single person ready and raring to go Monday night, ready for Tuesday. Max, I want to start looking at an apartment in Dubai for moving in January. Now, as I'm getting close to leaving, Jay, we can definitely have a little conversation about that, because there's a few places. I mean, I've got a few areas where I think you'd be best, because there's areas where like everyone really likes, but you can get sucked into the Dubai life. And Dubai, if you're not careful, Dubai will eat you up and spit you out. And I mean that like 100%. It will eat you up and spit you out. Like, people go crazy here. So making sure you know where that is, but you're not around it every day. You want to be in a very an environment where everyone's focused and everyone's working. That's why I am where I am, because around here it's just people getting on with their business. Like, it's really good. Andy, so on the Telegram, just drop me a message and say like just say like challenge in like all capitals or something like this, and we'll get you sorted. I need this. This guy's just spamming about XRP, so I wanna not ban him. I don't ban anyone, but I'll time him out because he's just haircut lad. Appreciate that, Chris. I hope you mean that in a good way. As a learner, not really sure if also liquidity appeared, but also trend lines helped. Okay, nice. So trend lines are really nice. So one thing is, Fenny, so liquidity, a lot of people talk about liquidity. It's a very big buzzword in the trading space, and it has been over the past year. Liquidity is throughout the market. There's liquidity everywhere. And that's literally everywhere. Liquidity is just buy and sell orders, and that's what makes up the market. So there's liquidity everywhere. But a lot of people, when they talk about liquidity, they say liquidity is above and below highs. Liquidity is everywhere. They're talking about external liquidity, which external liquidity is above and below previous lows and highs. So just to clarify that one. Send you a photo. Yeah, Fenny, please do. This weekend being, brother. It's been good, XRP. It's been busy, but it's been really good. Met Chris on Friday. Chris is currently in Dubai. One of the members has been with us for quite a while, so that was really, really good, really interesting. He's from Norway, so that's cool. Really, really nice lad. And yeah, just been. I don't really know what I've done. I've just been working. What have I done? I wouldn't got a haircut. So yeah. The night you said if we textbooks, you would put some guidance for beginners. Yeah, Glenn, text me in all capitals books. I did send it to a couple of people. Did message me, and I sent it after the live. Good man, glad to hear it. Yeah, it's been good though. Nice to rest. I boxed 5 days a week last week, so every single day. Messed up my nose. You can kind of still see it, and my ribs hurt. So it was good to get. My nose actually still really hurts. But it was good to get some rest from that. And then back to that tomorrow. I'm really enjoying boxing right now. I can go sort of early in the morning, and early in the morning here, because we're like 4 hours ahead, I can box at like 9, 10 a.m. And that means I'm doing it like 5, 6 a.m. UK time, which is just perfect. So it means that I can sort of catch end of like when I wake up, see what Asia's done, get ready for London, and then I'm still obviously perfectly fine for New York, and then and yeah, so it's good. Karma from boxing, that true. Jay, man. The night you said, okay, that's cool. But yeah, let's get our messages. Let's get into the charts. So I'm gonna move this level over. This was a level that was marked up on Friday. So I want to move that over. And by the way, I got my I got my ColezTrades boxing kit on the way, so I'm gonna wear like ColezTrades boxing shorts and everything. Like, I'm gonna be ColezTrades all the way. It's gonna be really good. I'm looking forward to that, actually. Really looking forward to that. And then Jay and Mark are in Dubai. Well, Jay, when are you coming to Dubai? And Mark's coming, I believe, on the 13th or the 14th, something like this. Can't remember exactly when it was. Get a live stream of your boxing fight. I will. I think it's definitely streamed. So I'll send the link to the stream when I'm on. Sponsor yourself. I have no idea. I'm just, the coach guy messaged me, was like, do you want your like business logo or whatever on your shorts / t-shirt, or have you got a sponsor or something like that? Because there's a few people who are massive on in the social media space who will like get sponsors for the event and get like companies' logos. And I'm like, I'll sponsor myself. So that was the last message I've sent to him. So we'll see. Yeah, you can watch it. 100%. I'm looking forward to it. What's the solar system method? I don't understand the 6-7 thing. Funded sponsor. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. Wait there. Now, I kind of like the idea of like just ColezTrades. Maybe like, you funded like there. You know what I mean? That'd be cool. Mate, I'll know when I'm leaving my job after the 17th meeting, so we'll book Dubai accordingly after. Okay, nice, Jay. And let me know like immediately after. I want to know how it goes. I want to smash gold this week before Thailand. Same. Not before Thailand, but I want to smash gold this week. So should be really good. So we're still continuing to range on gold. We did sort of anticipate the range after this huge impulse move. But let's pull this. We've pulled that over. We're still, these two buy levels are still in place. So they're still as they were last week. We haven't come down to those lows. We haven't broke the highs yet. We've literally just stayed in the range. So these two buy levels are still in play. Cautious with buys. Still cautious with buys. So we did move down into the range with significant volume on the sell side. I have a feeling we're just going to open up near the point of control of Friday. Let's see if we are. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so there's not really anything we can do from a naked point of control perspective because we're pretty much at the naked point of control, but that's all good. Let's see if we've got any levels. We've got a daily open down here. This level's already been hit though. We did look at that. I like this level down here. This is quite nice. So we've got daily 4-hour daily open. I was considering using that level instead of where's that 0.786? Okay, that's nice. Really nice. Let's move this here. There we go. So we got 4-hour plus 0.786 plus, what else is it? Plus daily open. Very nice. I like this level. I'd like it a bit more if we were a bit further from that low. I don't really like levels that are just under prior lows, but we'll go for it either way. Let's make it green to make it easier to see. So green levels, I'm looking for buys. Red levels, I'm looking for sells. There we go. That's nice. Very nice. 1000%, mate. I'll just call you on your number after the meeting. Fuck it. 100%, Jay. 100%. Please show your view my shoe settings. Sure thing, Sham. I'll pull these up and then I'll slowly scroll down. that pocket you called Friday was insane. Yeah, Lewis, it was literally pinpoint on. Great way to finish Friday. So yeah, really, really great way to finish Friday. DB, I like that. Are you training both bullish and bearish boxing styles? At the minute, I've got to say, sparring with the people I'm sparring with are particularly angry. So it's pretty ruthless sparring, like ruthless sparring. And they've all got, well, two of the people there have got fights when I'm fighting as well, and one's got a fight on the 20th of December. So yeah, it's pretty vicious, but it's fun. I enjoy it. I don't mind being punched in the face. Just being punched in the body. That's the one that really annoys. So I'm Chris. You can ask BB for some great spot recommendations. Okay, nice. Explain what all that you just typed means. Yeah, no problem, Colin. So this here, I'll move this over. So this here is a buy level. It's green level. It's an area that I'm looking for buys from. You can see above the level, we've got this writing. 4H.786 D and then D open. So we're going to run through exactly what each one of these means. So the 4H means 4 hour. It's basically a 4 hour level. Now, 4 hour levels aren't strong really on their own. So it's just extra confluence for the level. And how I got this 4 hour level is normally I'd mark it up manually by going onto the 4 hour time frame and actually looking for 4 hour levels. But instead of doing that, inside the group, you gain access to the ColezTrades indicator for free. Member Tony, absolute beast, made it to save us all a lot of time. So you can see here, 4 hour level right there. So that's the 4 hour level. It's basically an area of support. Then you've got the 0.786. Now the 0.786 is a Fibonacci retracement level. It basically shows it does show a 78.6% retracement in price. And as price gets to those Fibonacci levels, the significant ones being the 0.5, the 0.618, the 0.786, the chance of a reversal, if we anticipate the trend to continue, is very, very, very high. So it's basically another nice level. Shows a nice retracement. D stands for daily, so it's similar to the 4 hour. It's basically a nice level of support on the daily time frame. And again, instead of having to go onto the daily time frame, you can just use the ColezTrades indicator. And then we've got daily open. So daily open is a level from Friday. It's where price opened on Friday. And so where price opened on Friday is going to be a significant level because everyone knows where it is. It's a significant level. So that's how I got all three of those levels, and they all came very, very close to each other. So we can use that area as an area of confluence. Confluence just basically means you've got multiple things working together. So I could say, imagine we lined up a bunch of rugby players, okay, and I put a door in front of all of them. A few of the rugby players, I put 2, 3, 4 doors in front. I'd say, okay, that rugby player has less chance of breaking through those doors because he's got the confluence of that door, and that door. There's multiple doors stopping him going through it. So that gives me more hope in him not being able to break through that door, bouncing off the doors, and hopefully going the other way and flying flat on his face. That's basically what that means. Wait there, let me have a look. I like that daily is on the top of the level. Yeah, it's a really nice level. Do you look at weekend trading on gold to see where you expect price to open Asia today? Not really, Stefan. I don't market open. I'll take a look at it when it opens, but I don't really trade until normally New York open Monday. Just because up until then, it can be a bit of crazy price action. Sometimes London on Monday, sometimes if there's a really nice opportunity. But normally we'll wait for New York and, wait for some true volume and volatility to hit the markets to take advantage of. What's that new one, Max? What do you mean, Neil? Hello, Steph. How you doing? How's your weekend been? And let me know, guys, what you got up to on the weekend. We'll continue marking this up and coming up with some, hopefully, some nice sell positions. But currently, unfortunately, we did just close the week near the point of control. And trading around the point of control is normally a bad idea. You can see here, like if you just look back, you can see how choppy price is around the point of control. Like it's normally very, very, very choppy. So it's quite difficult to come up with levels from that. We still do have this level here. This level is still in play. I'm going to get rid. We can have that. Move that. New analogy. Like it. Yeah. I'm coming up with new analogies every live, it feels like. Should write a book, Cole's analogy. I remember someone said that on one of the last lives. I think eventually that'd be a pretty thick book. The amount of analogies I've come out with. Some of them a lot better than others. How do you decide what stop loss is? So Stefan, as we approach the level, so for example, this level here. So I'll look to enter at the top of the level, or what I'll do is sometimes, and if you're a beginner, I wouldn't recommend doing this as you can easily over risk, but you can layer into the level as we come to the level. So you can either, there's a few options you can do. You can do either enter with a limit order, which I do like to do for my first part of my position. It's safe, it's easy, you're guaranteed get filled, which is nice. And so I get entered here. Or what you can do is wait for the level to hit, look for confirmations, and then market enter. Or what you can do is you can, as we're in the level, you can layer buys to then optimize your entry. But the problem with that is unless you really know how to manage your risk, you can easily over risk. So I'd avoid layering unless you are more advanced. And in most cases, layering isn't that good. Adding to positions as they're in drawdown is a lot riskier, and I'd much prefer it to add to positions as they're running in profit. So I think majority of losing traders, what they'll do is they'll add to losing positions, and majority of profitable traders, they'll add to winning positions. It's something you never really see spoken about. I haven't seen anyone else in the trading space really say it, but something that I see happen all the time is someone who's really struggling, they'll add to losing positions to try and recoup the losses. But on the opposite side of that, adding to winners, you never see a struggling trader add to winning positions. Like you never see that. So so that's obviously a really, really good tip there. But as far as where to put stop loss, I'd look on the left-hand side of my chart, and then I'd find like a previous low so we can see the wick here. Hello, Thomas. Remember, troops, if you're liking this live, please like and subscribe, boost the live. Yeah, if you do like the live, if you can like the live, it does help spread the live out and yeah. But yeah, so I'd look for previous lows on the chart. So for example, here we've got this previous low, and I'd probably put my stop loss maybe like a pip or so under there, and yeah. So where the idea becomes invalidated, I expect us to hit this level and move up. I'm going to leave a bit of room for the craziness and volatility that is in the market, and then from there we'll look for it to boom up. My attempt at layering, Max, killed me 3 times, never again. Yeah, for vast, like, until you are, like, consistently profitable, really, layering just isn't a good, it'll mess you up more times than it'll go well for you. It's really not good. And if you're layering in to a losing position, price has hit, if we just talk about it objectively, you took let's say buys, for example, you took a buy position anticipating the price to go up. Price went down. Your idea was incorrect. And your idea was incorrect. You're going to add to that idea now. You're going to add to an idea that you already know is incorrect, evidenced by the fact that you're in drawdown now. It's normally not the best idea for a lot. And Lee, that's definitely a smart move, mate. It's ColezTrades indicator below. Flex, so if you go into the Discord, one of the sections is labeled ColezTrades indicator. Just click on there, and then there's like a setup guide for it. It's really easy. You just basically click on the indicator, and it gets added to your chart. Bro, I'm sitting stop loss all the way. I mean, look, 1 out of 10,000 times you'd probably do that. So in summary, if it's 39.79 to 39.77, it becomes a buy. How far do you look back for that stop loss bottom level? I'll just look at the previous low, mainly on anywhere from the 5-minute to the 30-minute time frame, and go from there. Same layering messed me up, sadly, to a losing position. But Kias, I've learned from my mistakes. 100%, Dr. Nuo. 100%, and that's the most important thing. Every single, you'll learn a lot in trading, and you'll make so many mistakes, but there's only so many mistakes you can make. The most important thing is trading and in life is not making that mistake multiple times. That's where it's important. If you make a mistake and you learn from it, then you haven't lost money, you've paid for a lesson. That's the best way to think about it. Again, if you lose a trade and you don't learn anything from it, then you've lost money. Then you have just lost money. Money's, down the drain. But if you have a losing position and you learn from it, then you've paid for a lesson. Hopefully not an expensive one. It's like you went back to the UK and got mugged in the street, bro. Yeah. I mean, I pretty much, the gym that I train at, I mean, it pretty much is like the UK. Everyone's from Luton there. So not a very nice place in the UK. Even everyone, sorry I'm late. Oh, good, Drew. How's your weekend been? I've blew accounts over and over based on trading a position to try negate a losing position and poor stop loss management. Yeah. Stefan, I've done it multiple times. Everyone's done it. It would be incredibly difficult to find a trader that hasn't added to a losing position. You'd find it incredibly difficult because we've all been there. We've all added to losing positions, and yeah. Max once saw me grow my account from 500 to 4,500 in a week and lose it all stacking a loss. Be careful, guys. Listen to our man. Yeah, Thomas was in Dubai. His account went from 500 to 4,500 while we were filming. He went back to Portugal, and then a week later, I found out quite a bit later. I can't remember when he told me. And he was like, yeah, that account, yeah, no. I thought it was going to go up. So, yeah, even Thomas has done it. Lee, I believe it's tonight, 12 o'clock UK time, that it comes back. Again, they're doing a lot of maintenance. They want to make sure they've got the best app they can, which I think is really, really good. So, what do you think that is, Neil? Okay, 10 p.m. Okay, yeah, it was 12 minus 2, wasn't it? Oh, I had a good call with Jay tonight. Nice, Danny. That's amazing to hear. Jay's an absolute beast. Really nice guy. Great dance moves as well. If you saw the video in the public group, got to keep bringing that up. Great weekend, thanks, Max. Lots of family time and back testing. Drew, that's the perfect weekend, mate. That's the perfect weekend. It's drinking from the source. Thomas, we need to get that account back up. Getting stopped out, but the idea was right from yours and the educators. The idea stepped out, but let me just make sure. Neil, get stopped out, but the idea was right from yours and the educators. The best thing to do, Neil, is reduce risk, and then you won't have as much emotion, so then you can look at it from an objective angle. And then also, if you can, just like screenshot the trade before and after and go back over it and just see, okay, what actually happened with this trade. Even message the educators behind like reasoning for each trade and etc. We normally put it in, but to learn from it and learn how you can like build on it as well. Do you have anything to help with strategy in terms of size of the trade? Is there a general ratio rather than percent, i.e. 0.1 lot per capital? Example, Stefan, using a set lot size per pound amount in your account is dreadful. Is really not good risk management. Unless you're using a fixed pip stop loss, so it's the same on every position, and you're trading the same pair, doing a set lot size for each pound amount in your account is not good risk management. Percentage is better, but it has risking a percentage has the downside of one, sometimes it's a bit weird to calculate. Two, if you go into drawdown, it's going to take you longer to get up to break even, and if you go above into profit, you can end up like over risking, let's say, depending on depending on how much profit you're going into. The best way, in my opinion, not financial advice, of course, to do risk management is to risk a set pound amount per trade. If you have, let's say 10 1 to 2 risk to reward trades, so you're up 20R, and you have 10 losing trades, so now you're at 10R. Imagine you've hit, let's just get this up. So you've hit 10 of these have hit take profit, and 10 of these have hit stop loss. So 10 of these trades have hit take profit, 10 of these trades have hit stop loss. When it hits take profit, because it's 1 to 2, whatever you risk, you make 2 of it. Whatever you lose, when it's stop loss, you make 1 of it. Okay? If you risk a set pound amount, then at the end of the month, if you win 10 of these and lose 10 of these, you'll be up by 10 times whatever you risked here. Okay? Whereas if you risked different amounts in every single trade, you could have done 10 of these that hit take profit and 10 of them that lose, and you could still lose money, when in that case you should be making money. There's a lot of people who are consistently profitable and they don't even realize it because they're using inefficient risk management. Had a call with Jay and Adam. Solid guys, great advice. Different mindset from tomorrow for the whole week. Thanks, educators. Nice, MC. MC Zach, really amazing to hear. That sounds poor. I'm talking about this. Fixed lot size. Never bored, Hammer. Never bored. The charts. What's that, Chris? What do you mean you used to manage Lewis's football team? Do you mean my brother? I keep seeing AI trading bots popping up. Big guys in the industry promoting their own. Anything changed? What's your thoughts, Mr. Goat? Trading bots do not work. I've been putting a lot of messages in the public group recently because so many people message me, and I mean every day, like it's insane, saying, because a trading bot sounds so good, people end up investing more money in it. And so I get messages every single day. I joined this trading bot and I've lost thousands. Can you help me? Max, do you run a trading bot? It's like, no, I don't do a trading bot. I'll never promote one. And please don't join any trading bots. You will lose all of your money. And it's not a question of a lot of people. I've seen this happen a few times as well, where people get really mad at me because they message me and they say, like, do you run a trading bot? I say, and I say it very politely, I say, look, mate, to be honest, trading bots don't work. Like, there's not a single trading bot in this space really that will consistently make you money. And if it does, it'll be like very, very, very small amounts. The best way to do it is just to manually trade. That's how you make big money. And he was like, that's not true, this, that, and the other. And he was really angry. And obviously he hadn't found a working trading bot. And his whole mindset was just warped. And he thought, okay, I'm going to invest in loads of trading bots, and look, a lot of them are going to lose money, but eventually I'll find this golden ticket trading bot, and I'll be able to leave my job and print money all of the time. And look, I completely understand, all of these adverts saying you can do this and you can do that. It can, and let's say you're in a bad situation, you want to get out of it, it can be very appealing. But when I said it to him, he couldn't get out that mindset. He had invested and lost so much money on trading bots. This has happened multiple times, to where they just can't get out the mindset. Then they keep investing money and they keep on losing money looking for this golden trading bot that just doesn't exist. And it's really, really sad. Don't worry. Running, let's say 1 to 2. Do you calculate this by applying the take profit and stop loss at the point you place the trade? Exactly, Stefan. Exactly. So at the point you're placing the trade, that's when you choose your risk. So as you're putting on the trade, you choose the risk. You'll never see a consistently profitable trader just enter a position and not really know their risk. They know their risk when entering every single position. You need to know your risk. Loads of people on here tonight. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I do as well. Hope you did as well, Louis. Point. Stefan, all good. All good. I like it when people ask questions on the live. Any questions as well, I'm happy to answer. It's easier for me to answer on the live because I'm here, I'm talking. I can just answer it. And then if I need to, I can pull up the chart and answer it. It's a lot easier environment for me to answer questions. So by all means, ask as many as you want, mate. It's good. It's really good. Me and Jay have been debating about potentially going halves on a helicopter. Louis, what? Where did that come from, Louis? You're going to have to give me a bit of context on that. The educate. I hope not pod clip central. What would be a good consistent method to gain £50 a day? Fairly new to trading. So hemp, the best thing to do is to just start, risk a small amount of money, absorb as much information as possible, probably get to a few brick walls, ask questions along the way. You'll probably make a few mistakes and then you'll build up and eventually you'll be making, trading isn't really a thing where you make £50 a day every day. That's not really trading. Sometimes you'll make £50, sometimes you'll lose £50, sometimes you make £150, sometimes you'll lose £100, sometimes you'll make £250. That's kind of how it works. But to average £50 a day, let's say you're risking £20 on each trade. By the point you're consistent, you can definitely do that. Over the course of the month, I'm not saying every single day you make £50, average over the month. I agree with that, the bot. I tried one before and discovered it doubled my bank in 4 weeks, and 1 day later it lost it all. Yeah, so Andy Munn, a bit more. I love talking about the trading bots because I've gone deep down that rabbit hole. When I first got into trading, I really, really went down that rabbit hole. And since then, so I can speak confidently on it. And, when I say to someone, do not invest in trading bots, I can say it with a bit of chest because I know. And then when someone brings me anything, for example, this is a funny story actually. We had a trading event in London a few weeks ago. And during that trading event, a guy came up to me and he wanted me to invest in this trading bot and he wanted me to promote it to the community. He said, look, mate, we've got a track record of the last 2 years. He was showing me a MyFX book and he was showing me all these things. And I'm like, okay. I said to him straight up, I said, look, today I'm really busy. I just want to, speak to members and everything like that. And I don't get involved in trading bots. I literally said to him, to be frank with you, I don't believe they work. And so I don't really want to do anything there. And he kept on pestering me. So I went, okay, send me over the details, whatever. Because I wanted to debunk it a little bit. And after doing some research, I found out that the trading bot that he had sort of pitched had, so he sent me a MyFX book, and it had 14 previous MyFX books made on that bot. And they had been previously deleted. And then also they didn't allow certain privileges that stopped them uploading fraudulent broker statements. So what they can do is they can upload broker statements if things go bad, really. And basically my FX book just shows that broker statement on there, and it's just crap. And then also what they do on top of that, because they're uploading the broker statement, some people can tell, the best option is to just start a bunch of different bots. And then as a bot performs badly, you just delete it. Bot performs badly, delete it. If you do that with 10 different bots, then one of them will perform quite well, but that doesn't mean it's going to perform well in the future. That just means it's lucky. There's a term for it. Those in C.org section will know it. Oh, it's called the Monte Carlo effect. Basically, the Monte Carlo effect looks like this. So this is, imagine this is a chart. This is profit. This is loss. What happens is if you launch a bot that's it's got no edge in the market, some of them will go on to profit a little bit. Others will go along to break even, and then others will go into loss. The bot's got no statistical edge at all, and overall, over time, it will trend to the downside. But over certain periods of time, some of them will be in profit. But that means absolutely nothing because it's actually got zero edge in the market. It's just got lucky, really, on that. So again, that's called the Monte Carlo effect. C-Dog goes on about it in the Discord as well if you want some more information on that. I think he does anyway. I'm unsure on that one, actually. Oh, yeah. I need to fix up the setup. Bot's great if you want high volume trades that either break even or lucky make you £50 a day. Wherever you can, learn the skill instead and potentially make £50 in a single trade as an example. Yeah, I agree with that. I think learning it's definitely better. And look, bots can, and I don't want to, give people false hope and they go down this rabbit hole. The worst thing in the world is when people say that bots are all of the market. They're talking about HFT bots, high frequency trading and market making models, which are completely different to bots that these groups promote. It's very deceiving, the marketing. But I think enough on the bots topic. Don't invest in bots. You'll lose all your money. And yeah. Yeah, I saw in the news someone sending millions of messages guessing scores and select few believed in it because it was right every time. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Sorry, I cannot see it as it's too small, but based on that last stop loss position you highlighted, could you shout out what the number is? So it would be around 74, 3974. How to solve revenge trading. I'm scalper. Maverick, limit yourself on sort of how many losses. So for example, if you have 2 losses in a row on a given day, you stop trading for that day. And you're not allowed to trade. A lot of it is I can put certain rules in place for your Maverick, but it comes down to your discipline at the charts. I can say, okay, once you've had a loss for the day, you stop trading. I can say that. And it's easy for me to say that, but it's difficult for you to have the discipline to not do that. And I completely get that. You want to get back in the charts, you want to get back on it, and you want to make that money back. But you've just really, really got to build up that discipline to be like, no, I'm not going to do that. Especially with scalping. With scalping, your mentality needs to be absolutely flawless, on point when you're at the charts, because you need to make split decisions. And if your mentality's off and you make that split decision incorrectly, you make it too late, whatever, then that's not good. Now reading my comment. What was your comment, Loud? Let me scroll back up. I just wanted to ask if I put £450 into start and I started to make good money. Can I cash out whenever you want? Yes, Loud. Cash out whenever you want. Discipline number 1. 100%. Yeah, Loud, your message came through. Obviously, there's a lot of messages, and when I'm replying to one, more come through, and then the chat's only so big. But yeah, let me know if you got any other questions, Loud. Discipline number 1. It really, really is. Discipline's incredibly, incredibly important. Otherwise, you can just go off on one. And then also, who asked about scalping? Maverick, something which is important when discussing scalping as well. A lot of people think that scalping is taking a ton of positions in a day, taking 5, 10, 15, 20 positions in a day. That's not what scalping really is. Scalping is just lower time frame. So you might take 1, 2 trades a day. You're still scalping. You're on the super lower time frames. You're catching those small moves, but it doesn't mean high volume of trades really. The scalpers that I know, and again, I don't know many. Most profitable traders I know are day traders, intraday traders, and swing traders. Scalpers aren't that rare. A lot of people pitch scalping online because it's fast trades equals fast money. But from my experience, scalping, there's less money in scalping. But yeah, they don't actually trade that much. They'll have like 2-3 days a week where they'll be at the chart, sort of New York Open. They'll take like maybe 2 trades in a day, super lower time frame. One of them's on like the 5-second time frame. Nutter. Would I get a one-to-one to help me with trades, or do I copy trades? Yeah, so Loud, we send out signals that you can follow, and then also we've got courses in the group that you can go through, and then also you can utilize the analysis. If you need a one-to-one, we can get you that sorted as well, and then you can obviously message the support at any time. You've got the full community there to help you as well. Yeah. Hemp, I've got a Discord and a Telegram. Inside the Telegram, we've got signals, analysis, courses, and then we've got educators. So on top of myself's signals analysis courses, you've also got 5 other traders as well who are posting their signals, and analysis every single day. And then the Discord is basically for the community, where everyone can chat and talk to each other, and you can have differing opinions on anything. We really, we want to see you sort of coming at it from new angles. That's absolutely fine. Asking questions in the Discord. We've got a lot of different sections that are really, really, really good. It's just a great place to learn and yeah. Set target profit and stop loss. Come back next day and stop the greed. 100%. 1 minute time frame makes my eyes go funny. Never mind the 5-second. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. He trades that guy in particular actually trades Bitcoin, and again he trades he uses the 5-second time frame for entry, and he uses just volume profiles and fibs. That's all he uses, and yeah, he trades on the 5-second time frame, and he makes big money as well. Stefan, I want to wait until market opens. I want to wait for it to come down quite a bit from here before looking at that level right now. Pretty big fair value gaps on the weekly, around 39.80 and below. Any chance we hit them this week? Pod clips, I don't really use fair value gaps. I don't believe in them. I don't really like them. I don't like the whole ICT. Not SMCs are slightly different. Well, it's basically the same, but that space is a bit nicer. But I don't really, like any ICT concepts or anything like that. And then in terms of Will we go down to that area? I trade if we go to an area, then I'll look to do this. I don't trade like, okay, are we going to go to this area? I trade like, if we go to this area, I'll do this. If we don't, I don't care. But yeah, I don't trade fair value gaps, order blocks, anything like that. I don't like them. I don't really think they work, to be honest. I think they can work if you pair them with the correct confluences and you learn when to, importantly, you learn when to use them and learn when to not use them. But that isn't them strong. That's just them giving you a vehicle to use your discretionary ability to enter trades. So I'm looking at gold, mate. Forget system is better position management. What do you mean set and forget system? What system's that, Maverick? Stefan, tell everyone in the chat they need to read/listen to Best Loser Wins. Yeah, great idea. Guys, the Best Loser Wins is the best. I need to get like sponsored by that book. But yeah, it's an amazing trading book, and anyone who's looking for some material to read, you got a bit of downtime in the evenings, or you're going on holiday or something, and you're really interested in evolving as a trader, then The Best Loser Wins is, in my opinion, the best trading book, and it will really open your eyes. Like it will open your eyes to what trading actually is. Soul strat gone. Again, Louis, you can build a system around it and use it and do very well with it. But this is the beautiful thing about trading, about these markets. I can have an opinion, and someone else can have the complete opposite opinion. We can both make money. Like that's absolutely fine. And you see that a lot of levels that me and Brandon come up with are very, very similar. So yeah, I mean, he's found a way to use it very, very well, and he trades amazingly. So yeah, that's just my opinion on it. Potato, what? This isn't an old triangle pattern. What do you mean? Been reading it again this week, Max. Nice, Alan. Yeah, it's brilliant. It really, really is brilliant. And you'll see a lot of concepts which are spoken about in that book. I bring up, like, I don't just plagiarize it, but I like put my own twist on it. But it's very similar, and I think I've picked it up from there. Just made me chuckle. Different things work for different people. If they are confident in it, that's what I love about trading. 100%, Louis. 100%. I mean, there's people in the world who do the most crazy systems in the world, stuff that, like, no one else understands, but it works for them. And look, if it works for them, it works for them. If you're making money, I don't care if you're trading based on the tides in the sea, okay? If you're making money, then fair play. Evening, Craig. Hello, hello, hello. Do I message your team to help me so I can get one-to-one? Is it going to be messages or calling, or what I find out better for me? Yeah, Loud, you can do it messages, or you can hop on a call. And then in the Discord, you can we've got literally a book a call section where you can get a call with either Jay, Adam, or both. And then I'll be doing like members interviews. Maybe start mid next week or something like this, because I want a good, I did like 50 before, I want to do a good catch up as well. But yeah, you can get a call pretty much anytime, Loud, and whatever's more convenient for you. Sorry for Sam. It's all good, Loud. It's all good. Who's Jay and Adam? So Jay and Adam are like support team inside the group. So they basically help answer questions. They'll hop on calls with you, and yeah. So they both trade. Jay made over $36,000 last month, and they're both just really down to earth, really, really nice people, and they can point you in the right direction and give you some really good advice. Trend chart, higher highs, higher lows. So these old trend lines here, I haven't drawn any like triangles on. So this trend line here, I'm looking for in case price A drops a lot on entry. We could see it eventually like have confluence with this level and this trend line here. So the reason I've kept these two trend lines on here is because they could potentially give confluence with this level. So that's why I've kept those two on there. And then this one here was really, really nice. I don't know whether probably won't hit that one again. I probably will remove that one. But yeah, these two basically line up with this level, so could give nice confluence for that level. I need to dash max. We'll set up my VT account tomorrow. Looking forward to the next 2 weeks. Cheers for the time and talent. Good night all. See you in a bit, Lee. See you in a bit. Have a great night, mate. Where do I find the Discord channel? So the Telegram chat is on my YouTube description. So just click there, drop me a message, and basically you gain access to the Discord by joining the private group. Yeah, I'm going to be looking for a buy at this level here. So I'm going to be looking for, we'll zoom out a bit. I'm going to be looking for buys at this level here, sells at this level here, and then more cautious, but still looking for buys at these levels down here. And then also we've got a new high we can mark up here as well. So I do want to pull that. Okay, this looks nicer than this level. So whenever a golden pocket lines up with the value area low, it's normally particularly strong. So what we can do is have these. I'm going to remove these. I'll keep them on actually. I'm not a huge fan of them though. This level looks very nice. Golden pocket plus value area low. Whenever these match up, it's normally a very strong level. Boom, 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 boom. Gosh, so Jay might be able to help me make that much then, lol. Also, would it work with tax as I'm for the UK, and when do trades go out? I don't want to be up too late worrying about my trade. Yeah, loud. So we normally close trades for market close anyway, mate. And then as far as up late, I don't trade later on in the day, like pretty much at all. And no one really sends out signals sort of after 6 p.m. UK time. And so yeah, and then Jay can definitely help you. He joined the group and was a member. He's been a member for 8-9 months now, and he's made around $65,000 in the past 3 months. So he's been in the group for again 8 months, around 8-9 months, and yeah, he's made around $65,000 in the past 3 months alone. Ace, so yeah, I don't trade ICT. ICT is a proven unprofitable trader. He's not profitable, so, and I don't like his concepts. So I trade using areas of confluence. So I look for areas of support and resistance, whether that's 4-hour levels, daily levels, week levels. I use high volume nodes, low volume nodes even, value area high, value area low, points of control, daily opens, even VWAP levels, and then also Fibonacci to locate areas of confluence. And then when I found those areas of confluence, like we have here, when we approach those levels, then I'll look to get in a position at them. When we approach green levels, so these buy levels here, I'll look to get into buy positions. When we approach red levels, which are sell levels, I'll look to get into sell positions. Heard Onyx bot Cole Lewis. 99.99% chance. When I hear any bot, it doesn't work. So I haven't heard of it, and I'd probably ignore it. So look for the confluences when we come down to those 2 buy levels. In case it drops through the first one and goes to the second one, don't assume we will bounce off the first level. Yeah. Pod clip, always looking for confirmations as we approach the level. I don't want to enter without confirmations ever. And yeah, if I don't get my confirmations, then I'll leave it. Sometimes it will just bounce off the level and we'll continue up without confirmations, in which case I didn't get in the trade, in which case I don't really care. Didn't make money, didn't lose money. If I get confirmations, I'll enter the level. And if I don't and it drops through, then I'll look for those confirmations as we approach that next level and look to get in there. Besides Fu Manchu, what other indicators do you look for divergences? I only really use Fu Manchu. And again, indicators, one thing which is really important with indicators is indicators don't really show you anything new at the chart. There's no like amazing magical indicator. I looked forever for indicators when I started trading. Indicators, what they do is they show you price action in a more digestible format, basically. So they don't show you any new. There's no like forward thinking indicators. And so this indicator, Fu Manchu, shows momentum, money flow, and VWAP. It allows me to understand more what's going on with price action and spot divergences. And I don't use any other indicator really. Well, any other indicator for confirmations. When talking trade that has TP1 and TP2, what lot size percentage do you allocate for both to ensure that you don't lose money when there is stop loss? So, Jeremiah, I do not use a set lot size per pound amount in my account. I think something important in trading that's really overlooked is why are we all here? Okay, we're all here to make money. So I don't talk to you about pips. I don't talk to you about lots. We don't care about things. We want to make money. Okay. And so I talk about R, which is R's the risk you've got on the trade, the money you've got on the trade. And so at for example, if I only put one take profit on my trade, and normally it's just like my entire position isn't closed there. My entire position never is closed at TP. I always leave part of the position on. Always, always, always. And what I'll do is, if the position's really, really nice and things are looking really good, then I'll hold, then I'll just close out 20, 30% of the position, let that ride up. And if the position isn't looking too good, then maybe I'll take 50, 60%. So it depends on how the position's looking. I'm sort of dynamic with risk. Risk is one of the only things you can control in your trading. In reality, no one can control what price is going to do. No one. Your risk is the only thing that you really do have control over. So making sure to squeeze as much out of your risk management as possible is important. Potato Budge, I completely disagree with that. I think on the whole, the most objective thing to do is to make money. Okay, I speak to a lot of people now, and I think it's a very toxic thing in like entrepreneurship and in trading to focus on things outside of money. Okay, like I was going to give an analogy, but there's no better analogy than you're here to make money. Okay, like focus on the money, focus on the journey, but then also when I'm talking about risk management, focus on the money. When it comes to risk management in your overall trading journey, then focus on the journey. But overall, when you're talking about risk management, like money, that's the important thing. That's what we want to, if we profit, that's what we want to make. If we lose, we want to try and lose as minimal as possible. I think when you're talking about risk management, focusing on money is the most important thing. But in terms of your overall trading journey, then obviously focus on the journey. Don't get caught up with people making X amount of money because it'll just give you FOMO. What is the chart on the bottom? The blue one, is that like money flow? This one here, this is momentum. These like blue waves, this shows momentum. So it oscillates above and below zero. And then green and red is money flow. Yeah, Loud, I'll get you in contact with him as soon as you're in the private group. We'll get you a call set up with him. I agree with that, Potato. I agree focusing on the journey is important, but in terms of risk management, if you're focusing on, if you're risking a set lot size per trade or even percentage, percentage is a lot better, then that's just not really going to work. Risking a set pound amount is the best way, in my opinion. Yeah, Loud. Set Fibonacci levels on the chart. Yeah, Lewis. So to set Fibonacci levels, what you do is you pull the fib from a low to a high, and you make sure that that high and that low, that's the highest point, and that's the lowest point between those 2 points. So between here and here, okay, this was the lowest point and this was the highest point. So that's how I know this fib is correct. The best thing to do with fibs is to just get on your chart, mark them up, and then just send a screenshot into the Discord or whatever, and just ask people, yo, does this look right to me? And people will happily let you know. And then if it's wrong, then you try it again. And then if it's wrong, you try it again. And then eventually you'll get one that's right, and you'll be like, okay, that makes sense. It's like me trying to explain how to ride a bike. The best thing to do is just to get on the bike. Look, you'll fall off a few times, but eventually you'll figure it out. Are you in the UK? No, I currently live in Dubai. But I was in the UK just a few weeks ago, hosting a trading event, and then I'll be back in the UK quite a lot throughout 2026, doing more in-person trading events as well. I mean, to make the money I make at a 15-hour job in less time to free up the time for my family, then the bigger money will follow later. Yeah, I mean, I think focusing on the journey, and you've got to actually like enjoy it and find it interesting. I think's important. And then, like Potato did say, the money will come. I think when you're talking about risk management, though, that is important to for the money, because you don't want to over risk. You don't want to risk an amount of money that you're not comfortable with. Definitely not. So highlighting the money is important, but focusing on the journey, and enjoying the ups and the downs and just learning from it. In the private group, and you can see you can use my fib guide. Yeah, there's a brilliant Fibonacci guide inside the private group in the educational resources section, so you can just go through that. It covers everything really. Maximizing your profits and minimizing your losses. 100% agree, Stefan. But yeah, let me know if you've got any other questions, guys. I think we've got some nice levels on here. What time is it? Okay. But yeah, some really nice levels on here. And again, let me know if you've got any questions. And then, guys, to everyone who's not involved in the private group, if you do want to get involved, just drop me a message on Telegram. I'll happily onboard you. I'll send you through I'll answer any questions you may have. Inside the private group, you gain signals analysis courses from me, signals analysis courses for 5 other traders we've got inside the private group. You gain access to the full Discord community, and you gain access to resources that you will not find anywhere else in the entire trading space. I can 100% assure you that. And yeah. I disagree, Benjamin. You can be stacking pips and losing money. This is why so many groups focus on making pips, because they want to deceive you. Okay, a group can say they're making thousands of pips because they're using this. If you're using this as a trade, okay, and you're doing loads of those, yeah, you made X amount of pips in a week, but when you lose, you're losing an insane amount of pips. And pips are weighted differently depending on what pair you're trading. Obviously, if you make 30 pips on Euro USD and then you lose 30 pips on gold, you're going to be down money. So I think counting pips is a very bad idea. I think groups use it to manipulate how well they're doing. And yeah. Private group is really great and all, definitely worth joining. Doesn't cost you anything. This is the best group. Appreciate that, Fleck. I appreciate that a lot. Okay, nicely. Trade because I want to be a trader. And fair play, Potato. Fair play. I agree, Steph. Yeah, that boy domain, this is currently TradingView. I use it to mark up the charts. Money manager expert to pay a specific amount of money per trade, no matter how many pips stop losses. Yeah. Maverick, I think that's really good, because one thing which can be really annoying is if your risk management is off, your system can be consistently profitable, but your risk management just means that trades are like all over the place. So yeah, let me know if you've got any questions though, guys, and I'll happily answer, and we'll finish up this live in like 2 minutes. So we'll let final questions come through. I hope everyone's enjoyed the live. We've gone off on a few tangents, but I think it's been a very educational live. I think it's been really, really good. So I appreciate everyone, tuning in, asking questions, everything like that. I do go live every single night from Sunday to Thursday. So you're happy to join. I'll answer any questions. And if you do have like a tough day at the charts, or you have a really good day at the charts, then come, let me know. Let's break it down. Let's see what's going on. And let's go. So Benjamin, the 250 in a live account, that's not a cost to you. It's at no cost to you. You need capital to trade with, but it's at no cost to you. One thing is, you can join the group. If you don't like it, you can just withdraw and go. Like, that's fine. That doesn't happen though, because people appreciate the group and all of the resources and all of the value. But you can just do that. Like, it really is like no risk. Katie, so sometime this week, it'll be back here on YouTube. The lives have been going late, and I've been having to get up early for boxing, so I don't want them to run too late. We can whip one up on Zoom, but it's just switching everyone to Zoom's a bit, it's inconvenient for you, it's inconvenient for me, it's a bit annoying. So we're going to get them actually on YouTube, but I needed to figure out a way in which we can deal with YouTube's time delay, because it's obviously worse than it's worse than Zoom. But I've come up with a really good idea for that. But I need to test it really. I need to do like a private live stream and like test it. Like, I like the sound of this. I'm interested in learning and trading and hopefully become profitable. Nice, Gary. Nice. And then let me know if you got any questions, Gary. And then once you're inside the group, mate, you got a full team of people as well as myself supporting you and everything like that. Maverick, so I go live every night, Sunday to Thursday at 8 p.m. UK time. And then I am starting to go live at New York Open. But the problem with that is it's just, it's quite a busy time around then. But I have been going live at New York Open to sort of do a midday roundup and what I'm looking for as we head into New York Open, because normally that's quite an active time. So yeah. Potato, Steph didn't say that it was a get-rich-quick scheme. But yeah, guys, I think we'll finish it there. Hope everyone enjoyed the live. I appreciate everyone tuning in. We've definitely seen some new faces today. But I appreciate you all, tuning in, asking questions. I think it's been a very informative live. And yeah, take care, everyone. Have an amazing week. Slow down the trading. Don't overtrade. Don't over-risk, okay? Be confident when you're entering each trade. The market's going to do what you want it to do. It's going to do that. Be confident. And I hope you have an amazing week, and definitely keep me updated. Keep the Discord updated as well. We all want to see you succeed. So yeah, take care, guys, and I'll see you all in a bit. See you in a bit, Steph. See you in a bit, Lee. Full port over. Don't do that, Craig. See you in a bit, Potato. See you in a bit, Drew. See you in a bit, Maverick, Lee. Podclip Central. Hammer, Jim. Maverick again. Take care, guys. Have a great night, and have a great rest of